All right, another video, another day. Let's put my glasses on. I wanted to make a video about, I wanted this channel to be more broad because I think it'd be more beneficial for me and, some of my buddy Arlis Albertson today. I had him on my podcast, Industry AF. He's a songwriter, owns the St. Augustine Songwriters Festival and consults the BMI Key West one. It's a big thing for Nashville songwriters for sure. Not just Nashville people go and play it down in Key West, but a lot of them do. Anyway, we're just talking about, we also co-founded the Charleston Songwriters Festival years ago with a buddy Luke Pierce. It'd be amazing if it came back, but I don't know if it's ever going to. But that was like 2019. It was awesome. I couldn't move after that weekend. It was so much work. But it was killer. It was awesome. But I was telling my buddy Arlis the other day about not always talking about music. It'd be nice to make it more broad. And, sometimes I think us musicians that were like me and Arlis, we're pretty similar. We don't have a boss, work for ourselves, and it's a grind. And there's times where it's really good. There's times you're like, oh my gosh, that's just being an entrepreneur, right? But I am going to talk about music today. And because it was just BMI just paid out quarterly royalties. And I'll put a picture in the front of the video. You see it. And I'm not trying to really dog on anybody. And I made a post on Facebook, and I've been kind of laughing at it because people were DMing me and giving me all these comments. And people love to like, this is how it is. And you're like, dude, you're not seeing the point. And what the point was, I was just poking fun about how much you just don't get paid anymore from internet streaming royalties with your pro. They're like, oh, those math is all wrong. Because I circled one song. I think it was Running Sideways. It's something I'm really pushing on YouTube Shorts. For sure. I'm posting a ton of it. Trying to get up to at least 1 million spins because I got Wicked Girl up there and I got like 30 million Short Skirt Bare Knees. And When I Was Young is like 21 million. So I'm just trying to get Running Sideways up there. I think it's more of an internet type of vibey indie song too. Check it out. I'll put a link here. But what I'm getting at is it was 200,000 streams. YouTube free music, right? There's all of them. Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify. They all have different payouts. And there's the free one and the premium paid one, and the free one's really small. But more than 50% of your streams are going to come from the free because a lot of people don't actually pay for it. I mean, there's tons of people that do. These companies make literally billions of dollars, but there's a lot of people that don't. Because this is the whole world, right? There's people, I've been on cruise ships where you land and get off, wherever you get off to, and you go to like the local bar and they're literally playing YouTube as the radio because that's how they have access to music. So, your pro collects worldwide, right? And so if it's in a different country and if it's a free stream, it's smaller. But all I was trying to show was that 200,000 streams was like $11, and I was like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. 200,000 to $11. That's like. I should have the math in front of me, but it's insanely low. And I used to make a lot of money. Like, I remember I was in college. I woke up one day, and I was terrible in German class. And I just woke up, and it was me and my roommate, Daniel Murphy. He lives in San Diego now. Told him, me and the girlfriend are thinking about moving back out there in a couple years. But anyway, he was my roommate in college at Charleston, at the College Charleston, South Carolina. And I think we went out, and we were hungover. And I just didn't want to go to class, and I checked my bank account and it said BMI like $1,200, and I was like, what? And I was like, I'm a rock star, and I just went right back to bed. I go, I'm skipping class. And I was like 21, I think, and I thought that was insane. And it was just, I think the payouts were bigger, and they're always trying to knock them down lower because these are all publicly, shared investment companies, SEC approved, whatever you want to call it. You can buy shares in them, right? And a publicly shared company, and so they gotta make reports every quarter, and how do they do that? They cut jobs, and then they figured out other ways, and so they figured out ways to make it less. And there's family bundles now, and all this stuff, and so people were throwing their hands up there. Oh, your math is wrong. I was like, guys, you're not seeing it. This is, and I even put it there. It's like, it's BMI. This is your pro. Like, I think for sales, I got next quarter, I got like 50 million, because this all happened in the last 4 months. 50 million YouTube music streams. It should be like 6, 8, or 10 grand. I've done the math. I've tried to figure it out. I'll find out. But even that's kind of messed up too. Like, you have to get like 50, 60 million just to make 6, 8 grand. Like, it means you got to be going viral all the time to make a full living from streaming, right? So I just have a huge catalog, and my catalog's getting bigger all the time. I got a record that we're trying to drop here soon. My buddy Ryan Sanchez is gonna get it out. We put out 2 of them from it. We got like 5 more, but it doesn't matter. All I'm trying to say is BMI, I made $11 from 200,000 streams, YouTube free, and I'll post it up here. And I was just like, man, that's really insane. Like, you know, people are all the time like, let's delete our accounts, Spotify, YouTube. It's not going to do anything. It's literally not going to do anything. These covers are always going to be out there. You know, now those people that are throwing their hands on the air, they're like, well, you know, just go sell a CD. Dude, who buys CDs anymore? Like, literally, tell me who buys CDs. Now, if you're like an insanely famous band and you're the biggest fan of Ozzy Osbourne and you see a signed CD from the 80s, you're buying it because it's memorabilia, right? But you're not getting in your car and putting a CD in. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Like, literally try and convince me. Because you're wrong, dude. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong. No one buys them anymore. Like, dude, when's the last time you bought one? And the people that always say that, I go, are you buying them? Like, you're not. No, you're going and you're streaming, right? It's just how it is these days. And also, too, man, I get it. I'm on the tail end of it. I'm 36, so people bought me CDs. I made CDs when I first came out. And the first time I got my CD in our CD store, I thought I was a rock star, you know? And guess what, man? CD store never even paid me. You know, they're like, I was like, hey, can I get my money? And I think that CD store had collections. We all heard about it. Like, oh, dude, they haven't been paying their bills. And so we couldn't get even paid, you know? And this is out of Charleston. But anyway, what I'm saying is, you know, people back then bought them. I definitely bought them. And then, you know, Napster came out and, you know, then MySpace had streaming on it. And then, you know, whatever, you know the history, right? And then eventually we got to Spotify. And so people still buy vinyls, and I have vinyls, but like, you know, those are like hardcore fans of yours. Not everyone every day is going to buy one. And so people are always pushing, like, we'll do direct to consumer. Okay, dude, like, where's the marketplace for that? Yeah, there's Bandcamp, but are you going to Bandcamp every day? Like, what I'm trying to say is it's not, those marketplaces are not big enough to live off of. And this one person, you know, I'm not going to get into it, but everybody was just like, you're wrong. I'm like, no, I'm right. Like this is what it is these days. You need to find a different way to take your music and make more money with you. And I think YouTube channel is it. And that's why I'm focusing on this. And you know, that people were saying all these crazy things, and everyone is so strong behind their keyboard. And you're just like, man, literally just shut up. Like this is not for you. And your opinion, like, dude, this is the point I'm always trying to make is, you know, music is pretty much valued at nothing these days, and you need to do something else. And I think YouTube is kind of like the coolest thing. I mean, dude, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of work, you know? It took me 3 years to get monetized. By the day that I wanted to do it, I was like, I want to do this. And, you know, I mean, if I would have known what I did the last year, I probably would have got monetized in a year. But I had to figure it out on my own, and that's what you got to do. You got to find your own niche. Like, you know, I don't even know how many people actually are watching these things, but I almost have 200,000 subscribers, 197K. Got like, you know, I'll probably hit 200 million YouTube music listens by end of the year. It'd be nice to do 500 million if I can keep the momentum going, but you know, whatever. I just wanted to make a point that 200,000 streams, $11 from BMI. And that was just like my writer's share. I think I got paid another 10 for my publishing. So let's just say it was $20, right? That's crazy, you know? And I just thought that was funny. And, you know, of course, when you make anything online, it's something I need to get better at. But like, you know, look at anyone else that's got a big following on social media. People go nuts on them. You know what I mean? Like, I've had things go viral. People start calling me an idiot. And I'm like, you know, that's just the internet. So you just got to ignore it, you know? So, and easier said than done. But anyway, hit me up, tyler@tylersphone.com. Always put my links down here. Hopefully this video is interesting. All right, see ya.